Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a complete beginner friendly explanation of EMV chip cards. What they are, how they work, and what actually happens when you insert or tap or swipe the card at the shop or any mall. Like EMV is a global security standard used in a credit and debit cards. According to a Stripe, EMV stands for European Mastercard and Visa, and it protects a card payment using a secure chip instead of the old magnetic stripe card. Okay, in this video I will walk you through the entire chip card transaction step by step in a very simple language. Okay, let's start with the basic. An EMV card is a debit or a credit card that contains a tiny computer chip. This chip creates a unique encrypted code for every transaction, which makes it extremely difficult for the fraudsters to clone or reuse your card details. Like according to the Stripe 2026 reports, overall 96% of the global transactions uses EMU chip. Because of chip cards are significantly more secure than the magnetic stripe card. So EMV is a simply safer way to pay using a chip instead of a swipe card one. Now let's talk about the entire EMV transactions flow, how this will works. For the beginner, usually think tapping or inserting a card or like swiping a simple action like okay, but inside the terminal many steps are happening instantly. There are a multiple of steps will takes place within a fraction of seconds. Okay, first as a beginner I'll just explain you in a very few steps in a simple manner. A complete EMV transaction typically includes I'm just in adding a simple one. If you go in depth for the next videos, I'll explain the clearly 14 steps of the EMV. There are 14 correct steps, but in this as a beginner I'll just wanted to give the overview. I'll explain with the only 7 steps. Okay, first one is a card detected. Second is the application selection. Third is a read card data. Four is a cardholder verification. Fifth is a risk check. And sixth is a authorization request. And seventh one is a final approval. This outline is confirmed by the multiple EMU breakdowns, including the Easy Pay Tech 2026 overview and cashless nomad step-by-step guides. Okay. When you insert or tap your card, the payment terminal detects the chip and activates the communication with it. During this step, the terminal power ups the chip. The chip responds with the initial informations for tap transactions like NFC is activated here. Okay. So EasyPay Tech confirms that this is the start of the EMV L2 kernel processing. So next step is an application selection. Next, the terminal reads the list of the applications supported by the card. For example, it will be supporting the Visa, Mastercard, Rupee, Amex, etc. So it needs to select the right application to process the transaction. If the card has a multiple application, the user may choose one. This process is explained clearly in the Cashless Nomads EMU walkthrough one. Okay. Third step is reading card data. After selecting the applications, the terminal asks the chip for key data need to start the transaction. This includes card number, expiry date, track to equivalent data, and the processing rules. The terminal uses EMV commands to read safe encrypted data from the card. This step ensures the card is genuine and ready for the verifications. The step 4, offline authentications, we call it as a ODA. Before going online, the terminal checks if the chip card is real. This is called offline data authentication. The terminal verifies the chip digital certificates to make sure that the card is not cloned and the card is valid cryptographic keys. As explained in the LinkedIn EMU overview, this step ensures the card is genuine before continuing. Step 5, Cardholder verification. This is the step where the terminal checks who is using the card. Depending on the card type, it may ask for a PIN signature, no verification for the low value contactless payments. Stripes explains that EMV card are either a chip plus PIN or a chip plus signature. Step 6, the terminal risk checks. Now the terminal checks for the risk indicators. This helps decide if the transaction can be approved offline or must go online. The terminal checks the amount limits, offline risk rules, frequency of usage, and suspicious behavior. This step is also one of the major step in the EMV, and the step 7 is the online authorization. This is the core of the EMV process. The terminal sends the transaction data to the bank issuer for approval. The bank performs a check like a balance inquiry, fraud rules inquiry, card status check, and transactions limit. If everything looks fine, then bank sends back an approval code along with the cryptograph confirming the transaction integrity. And the last step, 8th one, is the completion. In the final stage, the terminal completes the transaction by showing approved or the declined message on the terminal. If approved, the merchant receives the confirmation and the terminal prints or shows digital receipts. According to the that's it, not according. Clearing and settlement. After a customer leaves, the merchant system sends the transaction to the acquirer bank and card network and issuer for the final settlements. Funds then move through the banking system and the transaction is complete. This process ensures a secure and accurate payment movement behind the scenes. Thank you.